Hello, this is JB. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today I'm going to talk on the idea that you are more than your job title. What I'm going to do is tell you a story about something that happened to me recently, and it's going to illustrate this idea. About a couple months ago, I was in Chicago, Illinois, for the weekend. I was there for a conference, and on the way back, I got to the train station a couple of hours early. And so I was waiting outside, and I was talking on the phone, and I was smoking cigars. And I was talking to so many people that I lost track of time. And about 5 minutes before my train was scheduled to leave, I realized that I had to get going. So I told my friends, okay, thank you, Baba, and hung up. And then I took off like an idiot into the train station. And when I got in there and started looking around, and I couldn't find the information for where I was supposed to go, I said, oh God, what am I going to do? I'm going to miss my train. I'm going to be stuck. And then I saw this man, a gentleman, and he was standing where they have like the information desk. And so I went up to him, and this man was, I think he had a soda there, and he was doing his scratch offs for the lottery. He's trying to win $10 or some shit, something like that. And so he was doing his scratch offs. And I said, "Excuse me, sir, but I have a question. Do you know how I find this train?" And he said, "Well, I'm just a janitor, but let me help you." And he said, "Okay, come right this way. I'm going to take you there." And we walked through the train station. It's a big mess. It's like the size of an airport. This train station. It's a big train station. But he took me, and we went through all the. And we finally got to the door, and he said, "Sir, you're going to be in this line right here. Not this line over here, but this one right here. If you stand in this line, they'll take your ticket, they'll put you on the train, and then you'll go where you're trying to go." And I said, "Okay." And other people, as we were going through the train station, they had come up to him and they had asked him the same question: "Sir, could you please help me? I don't know where I'm going. This place is a crazy place." And he said, "Oh, sure, I'm going to help you. You come with me. I'm going to show you." And so he helped these other people. And every time somebody came up to him and asked him for help, he would say, "I'm just a janitor." And after I heard him say this several times, I said, "Excuse me, sir, you're not just a janitor. You're the best employee Amtrak has, and it has great employees. Every employee I've ever run into for Amtrak, they're good because they get paid well. They have good benefits. Uh, People work there because they want to, because they like the idea of working for Amtrak. I think that's what I can tell. And so I have a tremendous amount of respect for everyone who works at Amtrak. It's a really good company from everything I know about it, and all my experiences with those people who work there have been good. But this guy, he said, "I'm just a janitor." And so I told him, "No, you're good at your job. And you're good not only at your job, but you're good at everything else." Because he could have told me when I first walked up to him, he could have said, "Sir, I'm on my lunch. I'm doing my scratch offs. Please go bother somebody else." He could have said that, and he wouldn't have been wrong. But instead of saying that, he helped me. He got me to where I needed to go, even though I was an idiot and I was outside smoking cigars and talking on the phone and almost missed my uh, train. He helped me, and because of him, I was able to get on the train on time, and then I was able to ride the train to Milwaukee, where I caught a bus, and then I got home because of him. Because if it would have been just up to me, I would have showed up late, and then I would have had to spend the night in Chicago. But he did that, and so my reason for telling you all this is that um, you shouldn't judge yourself by your job title. So I've had all kinds of job titles, but one of them, I used to be a saw operator, or you can say meat cutter. I used to chop up meat for a living, but I did a whole hell of a lot more than that. I was a newspaper reporter during the day. I was a union steward or workers' rights advocate. You know, on the job and outside of the job, and so I help people resolve all sorts of issues. And just the title like meat cutter, um, I'm more than that. Like uh, I did lots of things, and no matter what your title is, uh, you shouldn't let it define you. Like even if you have a fancy sounding title, you shouldn't use that like as a badge of honor. And if you have a title that's not quite as fancy, you shouldn't feel bad about your title. Your title is your title. It is what it is. But you're more than that because you are all the other things that you do in your life. You are a person. You have a personality. You have things that you like, things that you don't like. You have your friends. You have your family. You have everything else. You know, don't allow a title to define you. And I think that guy, um, he was just being humble. He was just saying, "Oh, uh, I'm just a janitor." But I think he must have known that he had more to offer than that because he did offer more than just cleaning the bathroom. And cleaning the bathroom is very important. Don't misunderstand. But he had a skill for helping people. He listened very carefully. He understood the problem, and he said, "Okay, I know how to help you. This is where we'll go." And so he helped people. And I'm sure this is not the only time that he ever did that. I'm sure he does it all the time, even though it wasn't technically his job. And maybe that's what he should say. Technically, this is not my job, but I'm going to help you. Instead of I'm just a janitor. But I wanted to take that guy's picture because uh, he impressed me, but I didn't because I could tell it might make him uncomfortable, and I didn't want to make him uncomfortable. And he wasn't seeking out like fame or recognition or any bullshit like that, anything like that. So I didn't do it. But just think like there are people like him everywhere. People that uh, do good things, and they're not asking you to give them an award or give them money or like put their face on the magazine or in the newspaper or something like that or be on the news. They're not asking for none of that. They just go about their life and do their good deeds, and then they just keep going. But anyway, that's all I got for that. You are more than your job title. Have a good night. Thanks for listening.